Right now at 5, ongoing cleanup. A popular campground is still recovering after the spring flood.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. This year's high floodwaters have affected communities across the Coulee region, including local businesses. News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to staff at Goose Island Campground, who say they're still not open at full capacity.
Ken, Park Supervisor Jamie Ruppel says almost all of Goose Island was underwater. The campground is partially open, something Ruppel says is affecting this year's bottom line. In the past, Goose Island opens mid-April. Ruppel says because of flooding, the campground opened 3 weeks later. Sand, branches, logs, and other debris was left on the site following the flood. Ruppel says a quarter of the campground is still very wet and covered in debris.
We've had to call just everybody on 25% of our campground to let them know that their sites are unavailable.
Multiple dump trucks have been coming to the site daily. Ruppel says the cleanup process has been expensive. He estimates the cost of cleanup is over thousands of dollars. Ruppel says anyone who is camping at Goose Island should watch out for spots that look dry but aren't. Several cars have gotten stuck in those areas. Ken?
Thanks, Dua. And the campground hopes to be fully operational by next month. And of course, the river stage has been below flood levels for a little while now, but as we hear every year, Bill, it's not a problem that it just immediately goes away as soon as we're under flood stage.
Right, takes a while, and the Mississippi, if you've been watching me the last several nights, is actually rising again. And this was from some heavy rain that fell across central Minnesota in the Minnesota River Basin that has now made its way down the main channel and into our area. So that should start to taper in terms of that rise, and we should start to see those levels start to fall once again. Current temperatures and highs today in the 70s. Pleasant, a little bit cooler than the past couple of days, but boy, that cold front didn't quite make it as far south and west as I was expecting, so we still managed mid to upper 70s in La Crosse and Point South and west. Cooler readings to the north and east. In fact, highs there in the 60s. Still hazy sunshine due to that wildfire smoke aloft, some high and mid-level clouds as well. And that frontal boundary sitting just to our north and east, even spawning some very light rain showers and sprinkles. Most of our area dry, maybe some sprinkles over northeastern Clark County and the Ladysmith area, and much of Rusk County seeing some very light rain showers or sprinkles, and up towards Hayward, Wisconsin as well. 66 in Eau Claire, 70 in Black River Falls, 57 in Marshfield. So you can see the impacts of that front over northeastern Wisconsin. We're still at 74 in La Crosse, 75 in Decorah and Prairie du Chien. So some passing clouds tonight, a little bit cooler and a little bit of a breeze as well from the east-southeast, 5 to 15, maybe gusting to 20. Lows in La Crosse right around 49 degrees. I'll have that 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill. Well, a man charged in connection to a 2021 triple homicide was back in court today. Kamtaneth Ratanasak was scheduled to enter a plea today, but it was delayed. The district attorney said in court they were working toward a plea agreement but hadn't reached one yet. The judge set a status conference to happen after the trial of Nia Tao. Ratanasak and Tao are accused of killing Peng Lor, Nemo Yang, and Trevor Maloney. The 3 men were found dead at the Ramskog Quarry in County Highway M, July of 2021. Today marks 1 year since the Uvalde school shooting where a gunman claimed the lives of 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School. The Uvalde School District permanently closed the Robb Elementary campus, and plans for a new school are in the works. Now, schools in Uvalde were also closed today. One man says that this event has shown him the value every second of every day.
Through this, it shows me don't take 1 second for granted. Our time on this earth's short. We got to love each other no matter what. We got to forgive each other no matter what.
Due to the ongoing investigation, parents have been visiting Robb Elementary for the first time since their children were killed in the classroom for the last 2 weeks. Robb Elementary will be demolished at some point, pending a court order. In the final hours of the session, a major blow to the Minnesota Nurses Association in their fight for mandated staffing levels. Pauline Lee explains how this could impact the health of Minnesotans.
All session long, the nurses and legislative supporters have really championed this bill as a way to make sure that all hospitals across the state are staffed in a way they say would provide the best care for patients. But in the 11th hour, that key component was scrapped. With mandated staffing levels off the table, the measure passed under a new name. No longer the Keeping the Nurses at the Bedside Act, but rather the Nurses and Patient Safety Act. Things really began to fall apart last week when Mayo Clinic threatened to pull more than $4 billion in investments from the state if all 16 of its hospitals weren't exempt. Mayo argued the mandate would prevent them from providing world-class care. Soon after, other hospitals began pushing back too. Minnesota Nurses Association says the uphill battle is clear, but they will continue to fight.
Today, my heart breaks for the patients in Minnesota. And the events of the last 3 weeks makes clear that the outside power of corporate executives is alive and well. It is alive and well in Minnesota, in the halls of the power, and in the halls of our hospitals.
The Minnesota Hospital Association had been against the mandated staffing levels from the start. Leaders expressed their gratitude to lawmakers for listening to their concerns, saying in part, "We look forward to continuing the collaboration with our direct care professionals to ensure the best possible care is available to all Minnesotans."
Now, some parts of the original bill remain, including protections against workplace violence and some student loan forgiveness for nurses. Meantime, the House of Representatives is voting today to block President Biden's one-time student loan forgiveness program. The resolution also seeks to end the pandemic-related pause on federal student loan payments, which has been in place since March 2020 and is set to end later this year. Now, Biden's forgiveness program promises up to $20,000 in federal student debt. It was halted by lower courts last year before any debt was canceled and is awaiting a ruling from the Supreme Court on whether it can take effect. President Biden has pledged to veto the Republican-led resolution if it passes in the House and Senate. The National Alliance for Period Supplies says 2 in 5 people struggle to buy those supplies due to low income. Now, as part of National Period Poverty Awareness Week, a La Crosse nonprofit is providing feminine products to local women in need. The Women's Fund of Greater La Crosse recently held a period product drive where community members donated hundreds of those products, and those are now available at Wayfair and Women's Clothes Closet. Women's Fund members say they want to build a community where every woman and girl has access to those products.
If they're unable to afford it, that can negatively impact school attendance, their ability to work effectively, to be at work when they need to be. So it's a very important issue as a whole in our nation.
The Women's Fund continues to advocate for easy access to menstrual products and encourages the community to donate at future product drives. For more info, we'll be posting a link on our website. And happening right now, a West Salem program promoting bicycle safety to kids from 4K to 6th grade. This here's a live look at the West Salem Lions Community Shelter, where registration is in full swing for this year's bike rodeo. West Salem's Parks and Rec, Business Association, and Lynx Networks have partnered to set up some road courses and challenge stations for kids to learn firsthand about bicycling rules and raise awareness on safety. Now, that event, free starting at 5:30. Participants are encouraged to bring a helmet to the event. If your child doesn't have one, the Safe Routes to School program will provide one for them. And if your child is in grades 4K through 1st grade, they will need a parent to participate alongside them. Just ahead, as social media continues to advance, parents worry it may have an effect on their child's self-image.
It's Home's Memorial Day sale with a large selection of in-stock furniture on sale up to 30% off. Plus, get no money down, no minimum purchase, 6-year special financing, and free shipping during the Memorial Day sale. Only at Home Furniture.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and start your next project today. Greenworks 40-volt tools are lightweight, start instantly, and require virtually no maintenance. Right now, pick up this Greenworks push lawnmower for just $299.99 after rebate. Keeping your pool clean is simple with help from Menards. This convenient maintenance kit makes it easy to enjoy clean pool water all summer long. Right now, only $19.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
The riddle is, when is a mob of school kids not a mob of school kids? When they're members of a school band or orchestra. That's why we work hard at Lighthold Music to make it possible for every child to have the opportunity to learn a musical instrument. We have low month-to-month rental fees and the no worries insurance that covers everything. 2 years of rental payments go toward the purchase and service by our expert repair technicians. Visit our website for 5-minute online rental.
A lifetime of pleasure, satisfaction, and fun. Thanks, Lighthold Music.
Come see what great sleep looks like on a Purple mattress from Home Sleep Express. Right now, get no money down, 6-year special financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-night guarantee. The famous Purple mattress at Home Sleep Express.
A new survey finds most parents think social media image editing apps and filters have a negative influence on their children's body image. Naomi Ruckham explains why that's the case.
Body image can be hard enough for young people, and now many parents are concerned new editing apps and filters on social media may be making matters worse. A survey from the Harris Poll found 69% of parents of children under 18 think those apps and filters have a negative influence on their child's body image. And 65% of parents agree that social media trends related to appearance, like diet or exercise, have a negative influence on body image. The On Our Sleeves movement for children's mental health encourages parents to talk to their kids about the importance of body positivity. Some tips to get that conversation started: focus on overall health, not weight. Model positive body image yourself. Recognize your child's positive traits or qualities that have nothing to do with appearance. Experts also recommend discussing food neutrally, not labeling foods as good or bad, and incorporating a variety of foods for balanced meals. Experts say a healthy dialogue can help kids explore the benefits of social media while avoiding the pitfalls. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
This week, the U.S. Surgeon General called for tech companies and lawmakers to take immediate action to protect young people's mental health on social media. He's also recommending tech-free zones like mealtimes and nighttime. Coming up tonight at 5, as one chapter closes, another one begins. The new challenges the class of 2023 will face as they begin to enter the workforce.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Again, a little cooler today, but still nice. 77 for the high. But if you're an 80s fan, music or temperatures, yeah, I think we're going to add some more by the end of the month, maybe even flirting with 90 next week. I'll have my 8-day forecast after the break.
Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Save $1,000 on select ceiling mattresses and get $100 instant savings on Ashley Sleep adjustable base sets. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
Do you have old, drafty windows that are broken and cracked, or are you looking for a way to upgrade your home's appearance and energy efficiency? Whatever your needs, your home improvement company's team of experts can help you select the perfect windows. And all of our installers are trained and certified professionals, so you can trust that your project is done right the first time. Contact your home improvement company today and see the difference new windows can make. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
It's time for amazing Memorial Day savings at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on everything you need to kick off the summer season. Like special buy Kingsford Charcoal Briquette Combo Packs, just $16.99. Men's Lee Extreme Motion Shorts, only $34.99. And select Milk-Bone Dog Treats start at just $8.99. Plus, Blaine's Rewards members get free same-day delivery on all pet supply orders of $49 or more.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
It's Ashley's Memorial Day weekend sale. Check out these must-have items, now under $500. Saturday through Monday. The first 25 guests will receive $50 Ashley cash. Plus pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, college graduation season is here, and the class of 2023 is about to hit the job market. Nearly 75% of new grads are worried the current economy will affect their job prospects, and they're left wondering what lies ahead. Nancy Chen has the details.
For the class of 2023, it's hard not to get caught up in the excitement and thrill of graduation day.
It's very emotional. I don't think it's hit me yet that I graduated.
But ask these grads what's next, and you'll likely hear a range of responses.
What's next for you guys?
Taking a nice long vacation and then starting work at a bank.
I'm looking for jobs right now. I know it's like peak season for graduates.
I am doing civil engineering. There's a lot of demand.
The job market is really hard right now.
That's because this year's class is entering a bumpy labor market after starting college in fall 2019, just months before the pandemic hit. According to LinkedIn, hiring overall is down 29% since April 2022, while hiring for entry-level jobs requiring a college degree has dropped nearly 32%. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Why is it so tough right now? Well, the labor market is really in transition. We had explosive job growth for sort of the first half of the pandemic era, and things started to turn. And when the Federal Reserve started raising interest rates and growth started to slow down, we saw job growth start to decelerate.
Which means even more challenges to navigate, especially with recent layoffs in the tech and finance industries and the rise in AI technology.
What this year's class is stumbling upon is that the industries that many of them thought they would be going into, that is not the case. So for instance, many people who thought they'd be going into tech, which has been riddled with layoffs, are actually finding opportunities in retail, travel and tourism.
Are you optimistic? I am. I'm optimistic, I think. I hope.
According to Monster.com, 88% of graduates who are job hunting are confident they will get an offer shortly after graduation, which is an even higher percentage than last year. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
Experts say job seekers should focus on building skills and experience rather than getting a certain job title right off the bat. It's also important to negotiate because it could impact pay for years to come. As Memorial Day approaches us and prices at the pump continue to increase, you might be thinking about whether you should fly or drive. But experts are saying there might not be that much of a difference. They say local prices tend to go up in early May as stations switch over to a more expensive, cleaner-burning summer blend of gasoline that's mandated by the EPA to lower emissions. However, AAA says this year flying won't save you a ton of money as airfare prices are much higher than before. And someone who's going to be acutely aware of gas prices over Memorial Day weekend is Bill Grahl with your convoy traveling to Colorado.
Yeah, great timing for the Grahl family to take 3 cars and a moving truck, 975 miles. Thanks a lot, gas companies.
You feel that in your pocket, the wallet getting lighter?
I'm sure I will, for sure. So. Yeah, my goodness. All right. Allergy report. Medium symptoms across the board for mulberry, grass, and tree pollen. Allergy Associates tells me their latest sample this morning had lots of dirt and or junk particles, and that was likely from some of that smoky haze that we've been dealing with for several days now because of all the wildfires over Western Canada. In fact, a live look through CityCam shows that smoky haze, some high and mid-level clouds as well. Now, even with that cold front trying to back its way into the area, we still managed 77 degrees for a high, so that's actually 2 degrees above average. 54 the low this morning, 93 and 34 the records. And again, starting to dry out. We've been talking about this all week. 1.75 for the May total. That is an inch and a half below average, so we could use a little bit of rainfall. 74 degrees out at the airport and downtown here at the station. Winds out of the east-northeast at 16, gusting to 22. And the Mississippi River, we mentioned this at the top of the show, is rising a little bit, 9.95 feet. I think it's about to crest again, though, and it'll start a gradual fall over the next couple of days. 66 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire, and winds out of the east at 17, gusting to 24. So frontal boundary very well defined right here. We've got 70s and 80s to the south and west of it, 50s and 60s and lower 70s to the north and east of the front, and also those winds coming into play out of the east at around 5 to 15, gusting to 20, even 25 miles per hour. Just enough moisture being found near the front to spark some very light rain showers and sprinkles in our far northern county of Rusk and up into Hayward here. So places like Ladysmith seeing some very light rain or sprinkles, maybe some sprinkles in parts of Clark County, and then some light rain up towards Hayward, Wisconsin as well. The rest of us dry with just a mix of sun and clouds, and most of these showers will kind of dwindle or shift to our south and east overnight. Maybe a few spits and sprinkles in our far northern and northeastern counties. So Sky Tracker shows that with just some passing clouds for the rest of us. Again, maybe a sprinkle in spots, but boy, that's a long shot for sure. And winds out of the east and southeast. Now, over the next several days, we'll continue to be protected by high pressure over the Great Lakes. So most of the activity in terms of any significant shower or thunderstorm activity well to our west over the northern and central plains. Temperatures tomorrow, not too bad. A little cooler than average, but pretty pleasant if you ask me. Lower to middle 70s will be common in many spots. Maybe a few upper 60s in isolated locations, but most spots will be between about 70 and 74 degrees for afternoon highs. So for tonight, some passing clouds. Cooler, 49 for the low. Tomorrow becoming mostly sunny and kind of a pleasant day, 73 for the high, and then we start to warm up again. Mid 70s on Friday, upper 70s on Saturday, low to mid 80s on Sunday. Oh, we miss you too. Memorial Day, we were looking at a high of 86 degrees, and there's those days that we may flirt with 90 degrees next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With that warmer air comes a little bit of humidity and some small chances, only about 20% right now, but a few light chances for showers and thunderstorms.
Nobody's done it better. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks.
When we come back, we look back on the life and legacy of an iconic singer who showed us time and again how to rise above adversity.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge. But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
I'm going to Shields.
Hey, Dad. I'm coming too.
Guess we're all going to Shields.
Awesome. They have my bat.
I love these shoes. Mom, look.
No way. They have it.
We can use our gift cards.
Hey guys, we're here.
Shields Visa and Shields, the perfect combination for your favorite day.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Shop top manufacturers like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and Stressless. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Now, during the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Diapers and politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orden. Now politician Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The iconic singer Tina Turner has died. Her manager told news outlets she died Tuesday in her Switzerland home after a long illness. Now, Turner rose to stardom from humble beginnings and became one of the most popular female singers of all time. She had a string of hits in the 60s and 70s before making a comeback in the mid-80s with her multi-platinum album Private Dancer. Turner was also one of the first stars to speak openly about domestic abuse, writing in her memoir about the violence she faced from her late husband Ike. Turner sold more than 150 million records, won 12 Grammys, and is a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Turner was 83 years old. And here's the story of a lovely homestead. It's one you recognize from days of your youth. Yes, the iconic Brady Bunch house is for sale. And for a cool $5.5 million, you can channel your inner Mike or Carol Brady. The inside never looked like the soundstage where the Brady Bunch was shot. Well, a $2 million renovation later, and it's a spitting image, complete with Jack and Jill bathroom shared by 2 bedrooms, where you can cram 6 kids. According to the listing, the more than 5,000 square foot house actually has 5 full baths. Just make sure you keep the front door locked to keep Cousin Oliver out of there. We'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and Bill will have another check of tonight's forecast.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, going on now.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard,
We make it for you all throughout the day.
all day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's.
Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, this is Mike from Sugarloaf Ford Lincoln. So a lot has changed in the Lincoln world. We're the last luxury vehicle available in Winona County. And now we've picked up the La Crosse market as well because they no longer have a Lincoln dealer. So we're proud to pick up that area. We've been selling Lincoln since 1977. We have a full line service department that can take care of all your Lincoln needs. We sell and service the entire lineup. See us. We're on the sunny side of 61, Sugarloaf Ford Lincoln, Winona.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, going on now.
We've got a lot of news coming up. South Carolina has passed a 6-week abortion ban. Tonight, our exclusive interview with the 5 sister senators, 3 of them Republicans, who band together to try and block the legislation. That and more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Again, some passing clouds tonight. Can't fully rule out a few sprinkles in our far northern and eastern counties. 49 for the low here in La Crosse, 73 tomorrow. Then we start to warm up. In fact, low to mid 80s by Sunday. We could be flirting with 90 in spots as we head into next week.
What a heat up. All right. Thank you so much, Bill. And thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We appreciate it. We hope you join us again at 6.